What's the difference in Taunton now compared to when you first started as far as drug use goes?
So much more drugs now. The calls that we're going to, geez, probably 60, 70, 80% have to do with some kind of form of drugs. And heroin is just a big part of that as well. It's the disease, like we spoke of earlier, and they're hit with that disease, they're just going to keep doing it. So it's about treatment and prevention is what it's all about. Getting these people the help that they can use to beat this disease.
April 11th, 2013, I got into a major head-on collision, and like I said, I broke every bone from my neck down almost, and severed my liver, spleen. They removed my gallbladder, severed my major artery in my leg, got compartment syndrome. They had to make 2 big slices down my legs. My mom signed a paper for them to amputate this leg because it was so swollen. I was about to lose it. They couldn't get my liver to stop bleeding, so they cut me open. I have a big scar, and they left my stomach open for the night, and they packed it with a special gauze, and if my liver stopped bleeding, then they'd continue the 6 surgeries the next day.
A lot of people got on to these kind of drugs from being on medication for injuries or for whatever else, and then they couldn't get the perks or the Oxycontin or whatever it would be, so they moved on to the next one.
This program and everything you're doing now, is it, I know at the beginning we did the goal meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's the daily goals, right?
Daily goals, like what you're gonna do
Because
for the
it's
day.
day by day.
It's day by day. Like what's your day gonna consist of? What are you gonna do?
Right.
Just so you know what's going on, because that's a big thing. Like especially for addicts, you sit by yourself, you start isolating, you start thinking, and next thing you know, you're your worst enemy.
Right.
And I'm famous for that. Like and then nobody can find me for the whole day, and I'm gone because I was not doing what I should have been doing in the morning, getting
Right.
out, going to do my goal. Instead, I'm sitting in my room playing on my phone, like, just stupid things, but that's what happens, and that's important that she does that.
To be a good mom to my daughter, she's 18, she hadn't talked to me for 2 years, and she has done that throughout my using history a few times, because I would just leave her life. She lived with her father for 10 years, and I'd leave her life for a year and a half at a time because, the drugs came first. And so just to be available for her, we are now talking again. I'm going to be taking her out for lunch if she agrees. I'm reunifying with her. And so just basically to stay healthy, happy internally, and have the fruits of that labor externally too, like with the roof over my head and just being available and helping others, just to really live this program and not just read it or show up to meetings, and to really apply what I learned into my life outside of the halls and stuff like that.
Cheryl living on it. Cheryl, today's meeting, I don't even know where to start. It opens up the floodgates, and I'd love to sit down and write. It sounds good, but can I do it? I really don't know at this point in my life. Sorry is a comfort for fools. I can say sorry like I have, 1,000 times being an addict, and it doesn't change anything. I still hurt people, so the best thing I can do is change my actions. Mm-hmm. And as far as time healing things, man, time heals things. The scars we made, and I look at those scars every day.
Just try to stay more positive. I still have a hard time with that. But yeah.
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for everybody here, the support. In dealing with my feelings, I am very sensitive. I cry at commercials. Everybody knows that. Super sensitive. And I'm grateful for my daughter. And yeah.
And what's a goal for you?
My goal is to get to a meeting with Kim, and that's it.
Alright, we'll circle up, do the serenity prayer. I hope you guys have a good day. A moment of silence for the still sick and suffering addicts. God,
Grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
proud of you guys.
Thank you.
you.